Hello and welcome to Select 10. Today, we'll go over the 10 best new Netflix original shows that premiered in November and December 2023. Also, I have not included a recent hit Yu Yu Hakusho series, as I have already talked about it in part 15 of the new web series video. Thus, these are some of the greatest new selections if you're seeking a new Netflix show to watch. Now let's start the video. Number 10. Obliterated. It is an action comedy series created by Jon Hurwitz, Hayden Schlossberg, and Josh Heald. Take this show into consideration only if you're looking for mindless entertainment. The show is not recommended for families, as it features a lot of intimate instances. The plot revolves around a highly trained ops group that is put together by several spy and military agencies throughout the United States to prevent a lethal criminal organization from blowing up the city of Las Vegas. Soon after, when they finally finish the operation and enjoy a night of drinks and romance in the city, they find out that the nuclear device they eliminated was a decoy, and now they have to overcome their drunkenness to locate the real one in order to protect the city. The plot is a hilarious mix of action, humor, and tension, which makes for a foolish yet enjoyable entertainment ride. Nonetheless, this may not be the best option for you if you're looking for an intense action drama, because there are a lot of drawbacks, and the main one is that the plot doesn't take itself seriously, and so neither should you. However, the story's absurd and crazy surprises will keep you interested the entire time. Number 9. My Life with the Walter Boys. It is a teen drama series developed by Melanie Halsall. The narrative centers on Jackie Howard, who, following a devastating tragedy that claimed her entire family, puts behind her comfortable life in New York to relocate to a rural area of Colorado in order to live with Catherine, her mother's closest friend, who has adopted 10 children with her husband George. While connecting to her new hectic countryside house, Jackie is trying to keep up with her ultimate goal of being accepted into Princeton University, while also putting her mind around her affections for two Walter brothers, Alex and Cole. The plot revolves around a love triangle as Jackie attempts to adjust to her new life while her struggles with emotions and disputes threaten to jeopardize everything. The show effectively blends elements from various teen dramas to create an obvious yet entertaining watching experience, presenting a well-written and refreshing take on a popular tale. In addition to being a conventional teen love story, the show gracefully addresses serious subjects by providing nuanced character development and a precise portrayal of loss and redemption. The show is primarily for those who appreciate teen drama with a nice romance, while others may not prefer this one. Number 8. Blood Coast. It is a crime action thriller drama directed by Oliver Marchell. The plot centers on a major gang conflict that is about to break apart in the very center of Marseille. Meanwhile, in the midst of all of this is Liz Benamer, the police force leader, who is trying to keep things from going out of control. Sadly, more they make an effort, the more difficult it gets, while Alice Vidal, a recent addition to his team, has her own objectives. What follows next are the events in which Li's crew utilizes specific ways to chase down violent criminals from both gangs and attempts to prevent Marseille from descending into a massacre. All of this begins with a prisoner being escorted to a funeral, from which he escaped by murdering the security officers. Though there are a lot of action, suspense and drama elements, there are also a number of presumptions that take away a significant portion of the suspense. It's simply predictable, but if you enjoy action crime, you'll probably find it entertaining. Number 7. Carol and the End of the World. It is an animated apocalyptic comedy series created by Dan Guterman. The narrative revolves around a strange planet Kepler, which is speeding toward Earth and appears to be poised to wipe out humankind. While the majority feel free to follow their greatest desires, Carol, a quiet woman, keeps looking for purpose in a society where living each moment to the fullest and carelessness have become normal. While everyone else seems to be focused on enjoying the life they want, Carol remains mostly unchanged and leads a routine that is only slightly disturbed by the entire apocalyptic situation. However, her life soon takes an intriguing turn when she learns about a fascinating and intriguing mystery. The series follows Carol's personal development as she discovers meaning, closeness, and a sense of home at the very end of the world. The narrative is a touching, delightfully weird tale that challenges what we know about end-of-the-world stories. Every episode features characters grappling with the idea of dying and fearing that their lives have been wasted. What sets it apart is how it handles weighty subjects with such sweetness and grace, serving as a gentle reminder that it's okay to enjoy regular comforts just as much as it is to take greater risks. Number 6. Subarterna. It is a crime thriller series directed by Ciro D'Amelio and Alessandro Tonda. The story takes place in Rome, where there is an imminent threat to the government's stability, an emergency at the Vatican, and widespread mayhem across the city. In the midst of all of this, Sinaglia, an underdog, attempts, with the assistance of his influential allies, to adopt the samurai tradition in order to oversee the city's illegal activities. However, some people no longer support this order, and Sinaglia's actions quickly throw Rome's dynamic off, leading to a revolution that in turn ignites a conflict for control of the city. The show depicts Roman groups, criminal networks, and the Vatican battling for authority over the nation's capital city, while the main plot incorporates these themes and delivers a raw, gritty, street-level crime story in an entertaining style, with a great mix of family bonds, reckless action, betrayal, and political elements that work brilliantly in its plotline. Everything that makes a great crime thriller is present here. Number 5. My Demon. It is a fantasy romance drama, directed by Kim Jang-han and Kwon Da-sam. The protagonists of the story are the demon Yoon-koo-won and Princess Do-do-hee. Do-do-hee is the future organization's future heir and enters into a contractual wedding with Yoon-gu-won, a demonic being. In the meantime, Yoon-gu-won, who has the ability to live forever by striking deals with humans who lead terrible lives, becomes engaged with Do-do-hee and loses his abilities. As he seeks to save himself from extinction, he must safeguard Do-do-hee while trying to figure out how to regain his supernatural abilities. However, things get complicated when emotions ignite between the two and have serious repercussions. The show's plot is solid, keeping you guessing, but keep your expectations low, as at its core, it is a standard love story, but it is interesting and cleverly written. Although every episode feels slightly crowded since it provides too much drama, involving action, family rivalry, and some comedic situations, those who enjoy Korean romance dramas will like it. Number 4. 1670. It is a mockumentary satirical comedy series written by Jacob Rosillo. This is a show for those who enjoy dark humor, such as that found in shows like What We Do in the Shadows. The main character of the tale is Jan, a man of wealth, who owns the village of Adamczyce and aspires to leave an impact on Polish history. However, his dream takes a backseat as he gets restricted by his day-to-day existence as a landowner, a cunning neighbor, and a crumbling noble empire. As the narrative progresses, Jan tries to overcome conflicts with farmers and family disputes, with the objective of growing into Poland's most well-known personality. In general, the comedy is excellent, and the way the humor is conveyed makes it incredibly funny. The performances were superb, and as the plot tightened, each character grew more lovable and humorous. Number 3. Gyeongseong Creature. It is a historical horror action series directed by Chung Dong-yoon and Ro Young-sub. The narrative takes place in the spring of 1945, amid Gyeongseong's toughest period, and tells the tale of people who battle valiantly to survive at the edge of collapse. The main focus is on two people, Jang Tae-sang, a man of wealth and a trusted source for knowledge in the region, who soon becomes engaged with a weird woman named Yoon Chae-ok, triggering a sequence of dangerous incidents. Yoon Chae-ok, who has a terrible history, travels to Gyeongseong in an attempt to locate her mother. Their paths soon intersect as they investigate a string of enigmatic missing person cases, come across an odd creature created by desire, and seek to survive. If you enjoyed the Sweet Home series, this drama is more in line with its themes of monsters and survival than the traditional elements of Korean romance. It has some humor in addition to its intense plot, which is brilliantly handled yet does not feel strange. The chemistry between the two actors was fantastic, as were the visuals, context, musical score, emotions, monster storyline, and special effects. Also, the show begins slowly, so give it some time, it will capture your interest. Number 2. Kalapani. It is a survival thriller series created by Samir Saxena. The plot centers on an unexplained sickness that strikes the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, bringing together a quest to find a treatment and an agonizing struggle to survive. The narrative centers on a regional indigenous community that is moving further into forest territory when unusual diseases start to spread across the region. Shortly, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Singh receives inquiries regarding the illness and warns officials while she finds out that the signs of the outbreak are similar to those of a medical condition that occurred nearly 10 years ago. Things grow more serious, though, when a winter event drawing sizable numbers of people threatens to endanger everyone's life on the islands and could possibly spread to other places. The plot develops as the medical team tries its best to treat patients and learn about a cure, while others stuck on the remote islands have nowhere to go and must rely on their own resources to survive. Although the lack of an evident main character may turn off some viewers, a variety of fascinating characters, smart observations, and a vivid representation of a world in distress eventually keep the viewer interested and involved. Number 1. Berlin. It is a heist thriller series created by Alex Pina and Esther Martinez Lobato. The show takes place in the period prior to the occurrences of the money heist and follows the story of Berlin, who is at the peak of his robbery career as he gets ready for one of his most magnificent heists to pull off, where he attempts to steal 44 million euros in jewels. Now, in order to pull this off, he enlists the aid of a member of the 3 groups he has worked with on previous robberies throughout his life and devises a perfect plan that will make them all extremely wealthy. Any heist drama will find it challenging to meet the high bar set by money heists. Berlin struggles as well, relying largely on luck and giving more weight to cool moments and plot twists than to a well-written narrative. Berlin doesn't add much significance to the heist genre, but because of Alonso's captivating performance, both money heist show fans and beginners should watch this show. It's not totally average either, as the heist narrative is packed with twists and diversions that keep you interested in the story. That's it for today. Thank you for watching this video. And do subscribe our channel to see more videos related to movies and series suggestions.